So, lid goes onto your pot. The reason for that is very, very simple. You try to keep all the heat inside the pot so they can boil a lot quicker. So, right now at home, lid's on your pot, so this should be cooking away.
Cool, done and dusted. So, I know lots of questions and stuff.
Keep a lid on it.
Yeah. You guys can obviously also, just a reminder, give us a call, 083-913-3728. If you have any questions along the way of this recipe, we'd love to cook along with you. Also, don't forget that we are streaming live right now on YouTube, so keep your devices in the kitchen while you're cooking with us. Yeah, any other questions, Jeans?
Yeah, well, Daniela says, I love you guys in the kitchen. Danilo and Clem are always funny. Yay. Well, Clem is.
Love you, Daniela.
Then Setu Tanda says, oh, Ndumiso, please tell him that he's my absolute favourite.
Oh, wow.
Then Naledi says, I so like it when it comes to the kitchen. I can't wait. And then everybody's asking, what is this frittata? I hope that we've answered all of those questions for you. And then Tando says she's on her way home from work and she's going to miss the show, but she's rushing, so drive carefully.
Get it on YouTube.
Yeah, watch it on YouTube.
Car. Why not?
So keep your questions and your comments coming on our Facebook page, Afternoon Express. And we're going to keep on refreshing to get more of your comments.
Dude, also, if you have any questions, you're welcome to fire them along our way too.
Oh, good. I'm just watching you guys because I seriously don't know what you're cooking, what you're building here, but I'll see as you go.
Do you cook steak a lot at home?
I do.
Do you? And what is it? Are you normally cooking?
I'm not a good cook, guys. I try.
Who cooks at home?
You see, the madam, the government of the house. I have my portfolio. She has the whole house.
Guys, I want to make this delicious mushroom sauce that you're making on the show today because you are always bringing out some tricks out of your sleeve. So should we move on to that side of things?
Yes, let's start. Actually, a really cool tip when it comes to brown mushrooms. So brown mushrooms, they're the bigger ones that you get. Obviously, you get different variety. I like using brown mushrooms because they got a little more flavor in them.
Yeah.
So what people tend to do is they peel off the skin on the outside, like that.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? Don't do that. The people sometimes think it's a bit dirty, you know? Not at all. So keep the skins on. What happens is as you cook them, the skins crisp up a little more, the insides get a little softer, so you're creating texture. So here's a trick also when it comes to mushrooms.
Let's cut them that side. Why don't we just, or do you want to cut them this side? Up to you.
Sure, no. I mean, I'm cool right here. Yeah.
Okay.
So when it comes to the mushrooms, don't ever cut them.
Oh.
Talk about cutting the mushrooms.
Okay.
Don't cut the mushrooms. What happens is as soon as you cut them, you cut through all the fibers that are inside the actual mushroom, and that releases the natural moisture that's inside of them. So don't do that. All you're going to do, real simple, Dan, very, very high tech. Okay, one hand, other hand.
Always. Just keep snapping them. And how big do you want to snap them for this recipe?
I want the sauce to be really, really chunky. So just break them. I say that's pretty good.
Quarters.
So at home right now,
don't they shrink anyway when you...
Exactly, which brings me on the next point. So first of all, the problem is people slice it too small, and then they cook it in it, like, where are my mushrooms? Gone, exactly. Okay. So breaking it like this and keeping it chunky, because you know it's going to reduce, you're still going to have mushroom in your sauce at the end. You should always see what you're eating.
I feel like Will.i.am is really loving you for this. You know this song, I like them big, I like them chunky. He likes his mushrooms chunky. This is exactly what he wrote the song for this show.
Is he allowed to say that?
He wrote this for the show because he likes his mushrooms like that, okay?
Okay. So
I don't know if
I'm naive, so I don't know what you guys are talking about, so I think it's definitely the mushrooms.
He is. Okay, so at home right now, what you should be doing is just breaking up all of your mushrooms.
Yeah.
And you can start doing that because, I mean, that's going to take you some time.
I'll do... Well,
Dad, I'm going to give you that half because even though it's been cut, we're not going to waste in this kitchen.
It's one way to shut me up, so put the microphone down.
Very, very important. What's that?
Yeah, I want to ask something quickly while you're busy with the mushrooms.
Yes.
How do you tell between a good mushroom and a poisonous mushroom?
A poisonous one. You know, there's actually, you can actually... seriously? It's a serious question.
Yeah.
People go foraging, hey, mushrooms, and they just eat. Go to the internet and print a list out of dangerous mushrooms if you're going to go foraging. Because, I mean, it's season's coming up. And get a list so you kind of match it. You know, you got to do that. There's no telltale side like if it's yellow, don't eat it. Not at all. There's you got to look at the list. Another top about mushrooms, don't throw away the stalk ever. There's so much flavor in the stalk. And another thing, when people rinse their mushrooms underwater, don't ever do that.
Really? Why? Wow. I do that.
What happens is that because they're like sponges, so think what happens when you run a sponge underwater, it just goes...
Oh,
and then you try and fry it, and all this water comes out, and you're basically boiling mushrooms in the pan. Don't ever do that. Little brush, just brush them.
Do you know how amazing mushrooms are? I've actually gone foraging once before. And basically, there could be nothing the one night, and they will literally grow into these amazing little things overnight.
Wow, okay.
Amazing.
It really, overnight.
It blows my mind. I can't believe how these little things just pop up.
And they go in the fridge.
They're so cute.
Everywhere, anything. So we all should be growing our own mushrooms.
Totally. I'm keen to hear how you guys are doing at home if you're cooking along with us. Give us a call 083 3728. You can also pop through all your questions on Facebook. How's it going that side? Are you enjoying the recipe so far? Are you stuck at any point? I don't know if you've only really just put potatoes in a boiling water and snapped some mushrooms. But if you're struggling at any point, give us a call and we'd love to chat to you and see if you have, we can answer any of your
If
questions.
you're struggling with your potatoes, then maybe you shouldn't be cooking.
No, but that's why you're watching now. That's why you're watching us.
These are done. What's next?
Cool. So pan goes on. Use a nice heavy based pan.
Cool.
And there's a reason for that is you want to create
Retain
like
the
nice
heat.
even heat. I'm using some extra virgin olive oil. Yes, you can fry in extra virgin olive oil.
The whole idea is obviously extra virgin olive oil has a lower boiling point or whatever it is, or smoking point.
Exactly. But we're not going to be like deep frying. We're not going to be getting too hectic. So that's enough. And remember, mushrooms do tend to love oil. They kind of suck it up. So if it does go a bit dry in your pan, don't worry about it. Add a little more oil to it and you'll be totally fine.
Great.
So cool. So now, there's this rule about mushrooms. They say don't overcrowd the pan. Now, the reason for that is once you add the mushrooms and you overcrowd the pan, you kind of drop the heat in the pan, which is a problem. Then they start like boiling again. You don't want that to happen. So, but I kind of flip it on its head. You can add your mushrooms to the pan, get it like a nice coverage of it. And as you can see, we just put the heat on, so it's a gradual heat is rising. The trick is, don't move it. It's like a steak. It literally is like a steak, even similar in texture and flavor. Once it goes down, it's going to form a bit of a crust. So don't move it.
Okay, cool. So just leave it like it is, just like that. And then obviously we'll add the rest of this sort of mushroom to the end of it later, and then all the other ingredients get added. Okay, cool. So just afterwards, make sure that you guys have got your cream ready. I think we're going to be finishing off the sauce afterwards. So go and check it. Make sure you guys have got your cream ready for you. You've got your demi-glace, as Clem likes to call it.
Lots of garlic.
You've got some garlic available for you. We'll continue with our delicious sauce after this on Afternoon Express. So we'll see you after the break.
Awesome.
Give your bakes a full-bodied aromatic flavor with delicious, sticky, golden brown sugar. And turn your treats into decadent food memories. Salati. Always good. Always sweet.
Hi, Greg. Is it all good? Is it all good? Because I think the ideas we made
It's bad. Cable.
Go on, is it fine?
It's just too much.
Okay. I was going to try and get this guy to work again. I don't know what's going on here. Wait, my hand's there.
Is he on?
Go. Okay.
Okay, got him back.
Why don't you just turn it down and...
I'm going to move it there quickly.
The mic will be saying it's drawn out.
Sorry?
You run so funny. You run
Is
so
my
funny.
script anywhere?
Hold on, I'm going to check now.
Can you pass me my
So
script
21.
Oh, like a
Finishing this.
giraffe.
Nobody's taken it.
Straining this. Oil goes on.
Yeah, like everything just like...
Yeah. Thank you.
Stand by, everybody.
Will you give us a quick recap of what we've done so far?
I was like, 20.
30 seconds.
Yes.
Good to have you back with us right here on Afternoon Express for our first ever cook-along live on TV. We'd love for you guys to join in on the recipe. So if you're cooking with us, what have we missed so far?
Okay, so the mushrooms have been cooking away beautifully. I want to kind of show you and give you an example of what they're supposed to look like when I say you cook it like a steak. You can see it's really caramelized, nice and brown,
Lovely.
which is what you're looking for. So like I said at home, if you're at the stage now where your mushrooms looking a bit dry, add a little bit of olive oil. It's okay, it's just going to add flavor to the dish. But now we're going to start building more flavor. So
Great. Also, don't forget that our potatoes are still on the boil in that pot. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes to boil to the point where they're ready to be taken to the next step. So just leave them boiling. That's okay. They're meant to be there.
So when it comes to the potatoes, don't worry. It doesn't have to be completely like fork tender. Remember, you're going to cook it again in the oil. So don't worry about that. Cook along. Stick with us. So in here, you can do this at home.
You're looking all fancy. If you're not that fancy,
Then you literally use this.
Ndumiso, can you do that? Let's see if you can do that. Come over here.
I will mess it up,
come
guys.
over here.
I promise you, I will mess it up.
Okay.
You have to start again.
Don't worry, you've got others.
Another thing is you'll notice I haven't added any salt to the pan. The reason for that is, again, salt draws out moisture. It's going to draw the moisture out of the mushrooms and we're going to start boiling it. So don't do that just yet. In goes garlic.
Oh my word, Clem.
Yeah?
Yes,
Yeah?
yes,
Yeah?
yes.
No diseases.
It's a
for us for the
Portuguese-
rest
It
of the
must
year.
be like that. It
It's
must be
Portuguese
very
thing.
garlicky. It's so good for you. Yum.
Garlic goes in.
Traditionally, the key ingredients for an potato are, isn't it, garlic, salt, and pepper? Like,
Yes. As
Yeah.
Jeannie says, it's the national
It's
flower.
Portugal's national flower.
Okay. So you get the garlic in there now. The garlic is going to... You can smell it,
oh,
right?
that smells so good. Guys,
Smells
give you a
good,
little wafting down there.
Wow.
And at the stage, you should
like
be smelling a lot of garlic in your house. Keep an eye on it because you don't want to burn it. Burnt garlic is just bitter, so don't do that at all. And like again, we're keeping things very chunky. Rosemary.
Can't you throw in a full clove as well? That's
course.
also nice. When you roast a full garlic clove and then you eat it, it's delicious.
So what you get from that is the mild garlic flavor, not this like strong like linger with you for 3 days garlic flavor, which I like.
But you see, I can't do the linger like for 3 days kind of thing, because I'm an affectionate gal.
I've got plans after this show,
Imagine.
okay?
Hi.
Okay, so roughly chopped rosemary has gone in there.
Cool.
A little bit of salt and pepper. More salt. I'm sorry, more pepper. The pepper really brings out the flavor of the
Yes.
mushrooms and everything else that you have
I'm
going
pretty sure
on
you're
in
going to add
there.
pepper later on as well to that pepper, that mushroom sauce. You're going to have
Just
to.
like that. And spring. You know what? The funny thing about that Salt Bay guy, he's not just showing off. Okay, he is showing off with this whole vibe, but the trick is to always season from a height.
Wow.
It
wow, I
distributes,
didn't know that.
better.
Yes, so you're not clumping all your salt on one side. By seasoning from a height, you're actually covering the surface area of the food evenly.
Oh, so
what
he's
I
actually
also,
got a thing.
sorry, Judy, but what I also find out is the way he does it, it's as if the elbow is helping to spread.
Bounces it off.
Yeah.
So not only
Can
are
I
we
show
going
you
to give
guys?
you some cooking tips. Oh, look at that. There we go.
That's basically what it's going to look like. It's got, can you smell all those flavors?
Oh,
How
that
good?
is
Smells
so,
so good.
delicious.
Wow.
And all that
I
garlic
could
over
just
there.
eat that.
You could. You could. So the trick is, yes, with some, you got to balance it on the forearm. So you got to hit the gym, work those forearm curls. Food is not a joke, guys. There's a lot involved.
You see, Clem's been boxing, so he's every opportunity for him to flex.
No, stop telling the truth.
Right, I also there was a question on Twitter earlier on, people asking if they can use button mushrooms instead of these brown mushrooms. Is that okay? Can you?
Yes, and I feel like button mushrooms kind of have a bad rap. They're like the little black sheep of the family because they just don't have a lot of flavor. But the problem is they don't have flavor because you're not cooking it right. So again, same rule: get them in the pan and let them sear beautifully, and we're gonna get that intense mushroom flavor.
Amazing.
Don't boil the mushroom. Save the
Correct.
mushroom.
So we've thrown in some cream in there already, those of you who are cooking along with us. And I know that Zetu called in from Johannesburg. Zetu, welcome to Afternoon Express. How are you?
Hello, Puti. Hi, my name is Zetu. When I was preparing the cook along the clam, I don't know what happened. I washed it because my husband always likes things to be washed. Now there's water. I don't know. How do I save it?
How do you save the water afterwards? Well,
How do I save my mushrooms? I wash my mushrooms.
Okay, I got
Even though
you.
you're not
I
supposed to
should
wash
wash the
them.
mushrooms.
So
I
what
would've
you're
done
gonna
the same.
do is you're gonna get a brush that you're gonna buy, like a little painting brush, but it's not gonna be used for painting. It's gonna be your kitchen painting brush. All you do, listen, hear me out. It's very cheap. All you do is you literally take the brush and you brush the mushrooms. Any bit of dirt will come right out of them. Super
But you can
easy.
use a toothbrush
no,
as
man,
well,
you guys
can't
got it
you?
wrong. She's made it. You've put your mushrooms in the water and they've gone soggy now. You want to save them.
Yes.
Okay, I got you. I know what you do.
I'm like, why are you dusting sand? I've just dropped them on the floor.
So what you're gonna do?
Men in the
mushrooms
kitchen,
that
they
are-
never listen.
God, I tell you.
Wait, we need to help help. We need a helper. So what you're going to do right now is you're going to whack your grill in your oven onto a very high heat. You're going to take your mushrooms off the pan, off the heat on the pan, on the stove,
Okay.
and just put
I'm
it
doing
under
it
your
now,
grill.
just wait.
And there we go.
Okay.
She's actually doing it as we're talking. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And you're going to put it under your grill. What that's going to do is that's going to evaporate all the moisture and it's going to caramelize from the top.
Oh,
but if
lovely.
you don't have a stove at home and you've made the mistake and you've boiled it, all you do is don't add anything more to the pan, turn your stove to the highest heat, and it's going to start reducing the liquid in the pan and in the mushrooms.
Great.
It's going to take a
How
little
long
longer.
must I do this for?
You're going to do it for about, it's going to take about another 5 minutes for it to reduce.
Cool. Thanks for your questions there too. So
Set
good
up.
to have you with us on our Cook Along and Afternoon Express. Have a good
Bye-bye.
afternoon. Bye.
Very good answer, because
Yeah.
I think, you know, when you're cooking so delicately, there's not much room for it.
Oh, good one.
Okay, we've got another question on social media. Tabani says, is there a difference in cooking time for an electric stove to a gas stove? There is, isn't a gas
Yes,
stove a
there
lot
is.
quicker?
But before I answer, let me just tell you what I've done. So at home right now, your demi-glaze, 1 sachet, would have gone into the pan. And we'll
With
tell you
your
more about
cream.
that in a second. Cooking with gas and electric. So if you think about electric stoves, it takes time to generate that heat. So it's going to take like another 3-4 minutes to get there. With the gas, obviously, you get an instant hot flame. So yes, you're actually going to be in the kitchen for a lot less time.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you can, go for gas, but be careful.
Yeah, good question.
Look after the children in the kitchen. Make sure
Yeah.
everything's safe. Very, very important.
If you have any of your own questions, you're welcome to give us a call, 0839133728. We'll answer them for you live with our resident chef, Clem Pedro.
Cool, so let's go back to the dish. I've added the demi-glace, which is a reduced beef stock, full of umami, full of beef flavor.
It almost smells like a
There we
bit
go.
of- Like, what's it called? It's yeah.
Marmite.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
think about that.
buffalo.
So what it is a good combination, beef and mushrooms, best friends. In there, now you've got a really, really flavoursome mushroom sauce. I've already brought it down like, you're kind of looking for this thickness.
Come look here, guys. Come take a look.
It's really hot, so I want you to taste right now. You're looking for that thickness. You want it to coat the meat. If it falls off the meat, what are you doing? It's not going to happen. Oh,
James.
very hot, very
I
hot.
want that.
No,
Just blow it. Do you want to try another one, Ndumiso?
Yeah?
There we go.
I
Just to
quite
taste
like
that
tasting things
flavour.
in the kitchen.
Yeah, Baba.
Oh, that is so delicious.
Can you taste the mushrooms, the garlic, the rosemary?
Wow.
And because you're a chicken man, can't you just throw chicken in there now and make chicken a la carte?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's the plan. So let me take you. Okay, mushroom sauce done. First part of the dish is done. Let's go take a look
me a
at
spoon.
our potatoes.
And give me a spoon.
Are bubbling
always
away
the
and they look
spoon
good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drain the potatoes and we're going to get the oil on for deep frying the potatoes.
Cool, so oil's on. So if you guys have got your pans at home filled with your oil that you've had on, obviously, your recipe in your shopping list, it's a normal sort of canola oil or sunflower oil that you've thrown into
Very
there.
important, yeah.
Get it onto the heat. You don't want it to be rapidly too hot yet. So for now, just get it onto your heat if you're on your stoves right now, and then get that up to sort of like boiling temperature while that sort of drains and gets all the water off it. Because when water hits oil, bad idea.
So what you're going to do is you're going to, like good idea there.
Turn this off?
Actually, yeah, no, it's fine. I'll stop around. Put your potatoes that have been spoiled now on some kitchen paper, like I said, to absorb all that moisture. You don't want your water to be reacting with your oil. It's going to just like Fourth of July up in here.
Yeah.
Or it could be a science experiment in the lab.
Let's not.
But can I ask a question? Do you have to fry it? Is it healthier if you grill it or bake them?
Well, yes. And also, when it comes to deep frying, there's a skill to it. Like having the correct temperature and using the correct vegetables so they don't suck at the oil. The way we're doing it today is perfectly safe. But if you want to do this under the grill, absolutely. A little bit of olive oil on the potatoes now, tossing it, seasoning it, and then into the oven.
Awesome.
Good
I
idea.
just want to
Thanks
ask,
so much.
if you don't have beef stock, can you add Norox? You know?
Well, you know what? You know, if that's something you want to go for, you can always try it.
I recommend you stay out of the kitchen and you stay on stage. But I want to actually know, when you moved across to Johannesburg, did it change your comedy? Did your audience change, and did it change your style at all?
Of course it did. I found that there was a big market, middle-class black audience in Johannesburg then compared in Cape Town. It's only now that Cape Town audience, a black audience, if I can put it like that, they're going to theaters and supporting comedy. Back then they didn't understand what stand-up, or should I pay to just watch someone talk, you know? So only now it's
What does
really
encourage
happening.
that, do you think?
I guess
Funnier
it's,
guys.
you know, yeah, it's like we're exposed now. We're on TV, the shows also. Also in Johannesburg, the stars there's lots of them, you know. So yeah, you've got your deadpan, observational comedy. And then now, recently in the last 2 or 3 years, there's been a blowout of Venek comedy. Guys who just focus on Venek, Zulu, Swati, Xhosa, all over the country now. Go to Eastern Cape, go to KZN, go to, So that's why now there's more of an audience for everyone.
Yeah.
That's the amazing part about South Africa.
But all of your one-man stand-up shows are literally always sold out. How do you then take your style of comedy and then kind of apply it to an international audience? Because you've done a lot of international shows as well.
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to travel to around the continent, Kenya, Uganda, Nigeria, Ghana, and then I've done London, I've done the US. It's a matter of making the next person understand what you're talking about. You can't just jump on and just talk, so you have to set it up nicely. What I've realized though is they are more interested about who I am and where do I come from, and talking about South Africa, talking about their country from my eyes, so they always listen. Sometimes you think you're dying, but they're actually listening. And also, what do you call it? The
accent.
Accent. Yeah.
I'm the 30 seconds champion of the world.
Also, the accent. Also, you have to like pronounce and talk slow.
I know when I do international work, you've got to speak with an open accent, so that then it's not necessarily South African or Australian or English.
Well, speaking of accents,
it's open.
What is the correct pronunciation of espetada?
Espetada.
I'm an espetada.
All right, we're busy doing our Cook Along Afternoon Express. If you've just tuned in, and we'd love to take all your questions. 083 913 3728. Mihlali, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm fine.
I'm doing very good, thank you. What's your question?
My question is, can you exchange the rosemary with the chives?
Ooh, rosemary with the chives. Can you exchange the two in the mushroom sauce?
Absolutely. And when it comes to herbs, you can replace the rosemary with thyme, with chives, parsley, which your preference is. I wouldn't do sage so much. I think it's going to add a little too much of its own strong flavor. So yes, use chives. Have you got chives at home?
Yes, I have.
Go for it.
Then
Absolutely.
go for it. And don't forget to take a final picture of your dish, Mihlali. We'd love to see what it looks like at the end. And good luck with cooking along with us. We'll take more of your questions on 083 913 3728 throughout the show today as we do our cook along. We're making a delicious espetada on the show today. Espetada with some potato. Anyway, let's get cooking, Clem.
All right, so my griddle pan, and at home as well, if you're using a griddle pan, it goes on now. If you got a pan at home, don't forget that the griddle pan takes a lot longer to heat up than your griddle pan.
Because it costs iron.
So the griddle pan takes longer than your normal pan. So, but get your griddle pan on now. So let's talk about the steak.
Cool. So get
I'm using these beautiful steaks from Woolies, and it's at a new everyday low price. And sirloin's a great steak to use because it's got fat, which is what you want. So let's start cutting up our steak.
When you're choosing, what is the better cut, sirloin or rump?
Well, for me, I like the very important part is the fat cap. Because the fat cap renders out the fat, cooks in its fat. Yeah. So if you're going to go for rump, just make sure you get a nice thick piece. And if you're going to go for sirloin, make sure you have enough fat on your sirloin.
Okay, but which is more tender? Because my rump is sometimes tender, unfortunately, when I don't squat.
All right, so I hope you guys at home are busy getting your ingredients ready. We're busy on your rump now, right? So
this is the sirloin. Whoa, don't get confused.
Getting ready on your sirloin at the moment. So start cutting up into nice little big chunks. So have a look at them. They're sort of this size. Hope you guys can see this. Our hands are clean, thank goodness. Take them a look at this
He's
sort
got
of
really
size.
small hands like Donald Trump.
Oh, wow. And you guys can just get them cut up like this, and we'll show you what to do with all of the different flavorings after the break. We'll see you next.
It's fantastic.
Say yes to the Smart Snack.
I keep mentioning, don't forget to send us a photo, blah, 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 the final dish. Okay, sorry, Rousseau. Okay. We're live. Cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. Okay, sorry, listen. That's right. That's fine.
freeze to the this one. Can you freeze mushrooms? It comes to watch me people go.
Because
Keep cutting. We're not live, yeah, no, never. Yeah. I'm saying, yeah.
yes,
Keep cutting.
because I'm going to still season some more. Yes.
Where's where's my script?
I'll con.
No, my script, my actual script.
Kerry Olsen, you took my salt away.
It's yeah, it's fine.
1 minute.
This is recap happening now, hey? Hey?
So
Recap now.
I'm going to finish everything. Can I? So can I season the meat more?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Chips in.
Are we using this?
Give. Yes. Leave it here.
Take a dab. Is there makeup or dab for you?
Dad, I'm going to give this to you.
Give me a cloth.
Okay. You fine? You comfortable? You can pop it down. It'll be easy to put the chips on here and then in.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think for, we got our chips ready, they're done and dusted, that kind of thing.
Hey, the glass bowl.
Do you need it?
Let's bring it closer. Bring it closer to you.
8, 7.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express as we're cooking along with you on the show today. As you can see, we've got all of our spatches and things ready. Our potatoes are ready to be dropped into the oil, which we're very, very excited about. So if you guys have got your potatoes ready in, they should have dried already. What are you doing over there?
Cool,
What's
so what I've
happening
done with the beef, while you're busy dropping that, I've added some chili flakes.
Careful yourself, careful. Oh, that's
I've added some chili flakes. It's okay, it's going to come up now. Oh, look at this, boiling away perfectly. Chili flakes and some lemon juice. That's going to go in there. And then I've got some garlic. Because we
And
haven't
I
had
don't
enough.
think that's called a spatula.
Well, I
It's
don't
called
know,
a spider.
what is this?
Okay.
It's called a
Spider
spider,
web.
and the reason is because it looks like a spider's web. So
Yeah.
they haven't, why they call it a spider's web. But the reason for that is any extra moisture will just drip right through. Cool. I'm going to start mixing this through. And it's going to immediately take on that garlicky flavor, the lemon juice, and all the spices that you've got at home. And now I've got these beautiful skewers, because I know ish potatoes, you cook it on the skewer and then you hang it up. Not everyone's going to have that, but everybody's going to have a skewer at home or a long kebab stick. Super. Or go Radio Mom's Garden. Break a stick down. No.
Keep it
Bay
rustic.
leaf
Believe
chili.
me, I've broken enough sticks when I was growing up.
Cool, so griddle pan smoking hot, and that's what you want. You want it to kind of sear instantly as soon as it hits the ground. Dan, those potato chips are looking so good. Well done there.
Cool.
What you can do is you can grab a kebab, a skewer
stick
salami,
as
and you can
well.
start skewering.
Can you put bay leaves in between each piece of meat?
That'll add so much flavor to it.
Thanks,
Yes,
Ndumiso.
absolutely. And like you can, if you want to secure the meat at the end, use a bit of like a piece of an onion. Yeah, but otherwise, I mean, it's fine.
I don't know if I missed this tip, but I remember my gran used to say that when you were putting these things on together, you must try and keep the fat on the outside.
Absolutely. You know why she said that?
Why?
Because you want the fat side to hit the grill and start rendering out the fat. So the beef cooks in its own fat.
I thought the fat was meant to be like the sort of binding agent that keeps it on the stick, but I guess not. Actually, we'll just render out. So
Yeah,
you
exactly.
keep the meat holding it on.
So we're doing really well. Dad, you know what I actually want to do? If you can just, when you're done skewering yours, I just want to give it a little drizzle of olive oil. And at home, you can do this as well. If you've got your pan smoking now, don't add oil to your pan. It's just going to smoke out your whole kitchen. Rather, add a little drizzle of oil to your kebab sticks. Oh, little bit.
Stunning.
Cool. I'm not going to put much more than this.
No, Dad.
Yeah, put
Really
more,
just-
put more. We've got a lot of people
okay,
in this
cool.
love to feed.
Okay.
So right
yes.
now, guys, what you're doing is,
I'm Portuguese, I'm a feeder.
so at home right now, you're keeping an eye on your chips, and you're also busy skewering perfectly. Everybody's watching you. You guys have to call in. I want to hear some more questions. And,
Definitely.
And send pictures.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, by the way, we've got a really cool competition we're running on this, so you can win yourself a 1,000 Rand Woolies voucher if you cook along with us on the show. And then what you do is you take a photo of your final dish and you post it on our Facebook page. There'll be a post there for you guys to go and have a look at. And you can win yourself a 1,000 Rand voucher. You've got until Monday to post those pictures. So get them up as soon as possible on our Facebook page, and you can win yourself a 1,000 Rand Woolies voucher. It's really cool.
Let's swap balls for
Clem,
me,
can you
please.
put that on the braai as well, like that?
It's best on the braai.
It's best on the braai,
Absolutely.
hey?
But I know that not a lot of South Africans have a braai at home. So this is the next
And we don't have
on
a
the
braai here.
It's absolutely stunning.
awesome.
You know, when I work with people like this every day, it's easy to be inspired.
Yeah.
But I want to know from you, what South African comedians inspire you and that you enjoy working with the most?
Yeah, this list always changes because of the talent that keeps on coming. With the old guys, I have to go with Riyad Musa.
I love
Man,
Riyadh.
Riyadh is awesome.
David Cow, I've got a
David
little
Cow,
crush on.
yeah, David Cow, Luis Ogola.
Love him.
You know,
Yeah.
and also I'm inspired with young guys, man. You know, guys who just started now, like maybe 2 years. You know,
What's
guys
his name?
like
Tats?
Tats, Gonzo,
so good.
Loiso Madinga. You know, so it's just amazing. You know, you watch the young guys and you're like, I need to work.
But it's so much preparation that goes into your work. I mean, are you like I know Eminem like walks around with a little notebook and then like writes down rhythms all the time. Are you constantly writing down and recording jokes or funny one-liners that you hear?
I also keep a book.
invent?
Well, most comics do. Keep a book. I'm old school. I don't like to write on my phone. Maybe now and then I'll write on my phone and then transfer it to my book. But you have to. Sometimes you have the awesome punchline that will just stuck in your head and you're in a taxi and it's a long ride. By the time you get home, you forgot about it.
Yeah. It's like when you asleep in the place between awake and a dream, and then you think of the most amazing material, and then when you wake up, it's gone. But now, when you first told your parents that you wanted to be a comedian, how supportive were they?
They were very supportive. I've been blessed with understanding parents. I did everything they asked me to do.
Yeah.
I did my higher learning. I got my diploma.
Yeah.
I had my work experience for like 3 or 4 years, and then I just told them, hey, can I just do this? If it works out, I'll stick with it. If it doesn't, I'll always have something to fall back on.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, man, you're old enough now. And
now, you've got the
yeah.
most amazing wife, Faith, and I always think that in a marriage, one of the most important things, well, because I know so much about marriage, I think one of the most important things in marriage is to have a sense of humor. Does she laugh every single day with you?
People think I'm the funny guy in the house. I'm not. She's the funny person in the house.
Oh, really?
She's hilarious. She's hilarious, which is why I like to travel with her. You know, if I get booked. Recently, I got booked in November. I got booked to go perform in Switzerland, and I was like, let's go. You know, she's
nice.
awesome. She's funny. Some of the videos we record on she doesn't realize that I'm recording them on Instagram, you know. Because I'm like, but look at it, it's hilarious. And people would actually comment like, wow, your wife is funny. You know, yeah, she's a best friend to me.
Yeah, and it must be quite supportive having her on the road with you when you travel.
Yes, you need
that's
that.
very cool.
You need
So
that.
my mom said to me when we were having this big long debate about their relationship, we were trying to find out more about their love. We were like, Mom, so like share with us like what is it that you fall in love with about my dad? And she's like, he makes me laugh. It was like the only thing. I was like, well, not his
Janina,
looks.
that is really important.
I know, but it's such
like
a
one of the most important things ever.
But it's surprising. So I was like, look, that's actually really cool. So if that's all that it takes to get a woman, great, I'm in. I'm in.
I asked my mom the same question one time, and she said, your dad was a gentleman.
Oh,
just that.
Yeah.
He was a gentleman. He opened the door for me, pulled a chair for me. No one had ever done that for me. I was like, wow.
Yeah. I asked my dad once what he fell in love with most about my mother, and he said she looked like a cast member from Baywatch.
What?
I'm not even joking. That's actually what he said.
All I know is that a man can cook is always going to be a great man to look after. So we're going to be making something delicious in the kitchen. So, gents, if you're also watching the show today, you can give us a call. 0839133728 and tell us what you're doing for date night tonight and how your recipe is going so far. Cooking our espetada with us. So our potatoes are in the hot oil. They are basically ready to be taken out too. I want to leave them for a bit.
Let's leave it for a little bit.
More.
Let's just
You
start
need crispy.
Yeah.
Crispy.
The crispy
Let's
is
start
the
on the
best.
dressing that's going to go with it, Salon.
Yeah.
So what I've got is some rosemary and some thyme. You can see we're big on the herbs for this one. Herbs are like a great way, an easy way to add big flavor to a dish.
I love little herbs.
So what you're going to do is you grab your knife, just get some spoons out the way here. Grab
Maybe
your
also,
knife.
we forgot to tell everyone to obviously keep turning your espetada. You don't burn
Yeah,
the one
absolutely.
side. So, yeah, make sure that once it's getting that nice brown, blackish side on the one side, you flip it over to the other.
And you want it to go a little black because that's some good like charring flavors.
Same as me on the beach.
I like sometimes to watch these well-known chefs. I don't want to mention names, but when they cook, you know, so and then you move that.
You see, that's why they keep me out of the kitchen, and that why that goal so far, because I would be doing that the whole time.
Okay, thyme and rosemary in. A little bit of lemon juice goes in there. Dan, I'm actually going to pass you your tray because your potatoes are almost done. You can hang on to it so long.
The side.
Cool.
So more lemon juice, I
That
think.
goes in. And then I'm going to go with a little chili flakes because we're going to got a little more heat.
Yeah. Chili, go.
And a little more olive oil. So Dan, let's check on those potatoes.
Yeah, the top ones that are starting to float, but the really cool tip for you is that if yours are starting to float on the top of the surface of your oil, that's generally a good sign that they're ready to rock and roll. I don't want to take them out yet because we like them crunchy.
Cool, so let's talk about the beef.
Let's leave
So
them in there.
the beef is looking super beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh,
Beef
yummy.
is looking good. I'm going to give it a squeeze of lemon.
How do you know when it's enough?
Cool.
Like with the inside a little bit pink.
Yes, that's exactly what I like it like that as well. So here it comes off. Look at that.
Man.
Look at
Put
that.
that down. Oh, my word.
Beautiful char.
Oh,
Right.
it's nice.
So I'm going to give our potatoes a bit of a time to sort of settle down. And if you've just tuned into the show and you want to catch up on exactly what we've done so far in our recipe, here's a quick recap for you. And just like that, espetada in your kitchen. So basically, we've finished our recipe. Our potatoes have come out of the oil right now. We're throwing them into the sauce already, so I hope you guys are doing the same thing at home as you cook along with us on the show today. That just needs to be hoyed into the sauce there, really tossed around. Yum. And dinner is served.
I'm just gonna go all rustic on it.
I wish you lived with me.
That looks so good, ladies and gentlemen. And like that, cook-alongs are so simple with us on Afternoon Express. So make sure that you guys snap a picture of your final dish if you're cooking along with us and post it on our Facebook page. You could stand a chance of winning a 1,000 Rand Woolies voucher. How cool is that? You have until Monday to enter, and T's and C's do apply. So please head over to our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. There you can find next week's recipe and make sure that you're prepped and ready to go when we start our cook-along next week, Wednesday. On the site, you will find the shopping list and the ingredients and all of those important details. And obviously on Wednesday, we're going to be making a delicious southern fried chicken with mash and gravy. Sounds super delicious. So we've had enough cooking for one day, I hope. And after the break, we end off with a little bit of fashion inspiration from style icon Boogie My Boy. Don't miss this.
Experience the world in a way less limited. Apply today at dinersclub.co.za.
welcome back to Afternoon Express. And since the entire loft smells like ishpatada, I think it's time we take a little fashion break. Now, a well-chosen accessory goes a long way in making your outfit look and feel comfortable. That's why we invited celebrity stylist Boogie Maboy to preview the accessories to watch. No pun intended. For the year ahead. And when it comes to the right accessories, ladies, we must be strategic in our approach. From bags to necklaces, rings and bangles, the options are vast and varied. Time to simplify. Your top 5 at 5 starts now.
Hey guys, it's Boogie Maboy here, celebrity stylist, and I'll be bringing you your top 5 at 5 2017 accessories. This season is all about the accessory, and the choker is still our favorite one. Amp it up a little bit by adding other accessories to it. You can play with different lengths and sizes. Get your Rihanna on by mixing materials with metals. The bucket handbag is a great legacy item. This bag keeps coming back season after season and is a definite must-have staple. It's a great day-to-day bag, and of course we've been seeing it making all the waves across international runways. I'm talking brands like Dior and Alexandra Wang. If accessories are not your thing, then you definitely need to opt for statement earrings. Play with different shapes and sizes, go wild and experiment with shoulder grazers, or even just mix and match different pairs. 2017 is all about stacking rings. I mean, more is definitely more. Play with volume and stack them up at different lengths like how I am with these midi rings. Also experiment with different shades of metallics. This season, we are loving the rose gold. Bangles are another great stacking item. Wear them at different levels up your arm, and don't be afraid to mix different stones, metals, and embellishments for that eclectic look. And just like that, guys, that's our roundup of the top 5 at 5 must-have accessories for 2017.
That's definitely one of my top 5, fistful of rings. And I never actually thought that Danilo would ever wear more jewellery than me, but actually he's managed to do it. Are you still wearing the
my
chain?
chain today. No chain today. Just the rings, you see? Stacked, layered rings.
Yeah, love me some J-Lo bling. He loves it even more than I do. Now, it never goes out of style. Our thanks to Boogie Maboy. She's absolutely amazing for her professional expertise there. And if you missed any of the top 5 accessories countdown, be sure to check it out in its entirety online. Just log on to our Afternoon Express Facebook page and click to get the scoop.
It's so cool, because there also you can submit your photos of our cook-along today. It's really cool. You can win yourself a 1,000 Rand Woolies voucher just simply by sending us the final product of your finished dish. It was so cool to cook along with South Africa, right?
It was so amazing.
I loved today's
Can't wait for
show.
next week. Yeah.
Can't wait for next week. You must remember to buy all the ingredients and cook with us. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on our show. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Yeah,
Good fun.
Free
Good
meal.
night. Good night, South Africa. Happy eating. Bye.
Another feel-good production.